2025 paper 1 higher. So 2025 mathematics paper 1, non-calculator. You're not allowed to use calculator. Question number 1. Find the highest common factor of 54 and 120. It's a non-calculator, so you do a prime factorization tree. This is a factor tree diagram. So you split 54 is an even number. 54 is even, so you always start with a 2. So half of 54 is 27. 27 is an odd number, so I would use a 3. 3 times 9, 27. 9 is an odd number. I'll try it 3, 3 times 3. So the prime factors are 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. 120 is an even number, so I'll use half 2, 60, and then 60 is even, so split them. So that's the prime factors of 120. Now you write them down neatly, and now you can start to choose which ones are common in both of them. So the prime factors of 54, 2 times 3 times 3 times 3, and the prime factors of 120. The yellow one, I've highlighted yellow, what is common to both of them. There's 2 and there's 3. So you multiply them together. The 2 times the 3, it gives you 6. And that 6 is the highest common factor. Or if you put them in a Venn diagram, the 2 and the 3 will be in the middle. And you multiply the one in the middle, it gives you the highest common factor. So that's how you do that question. Question number 2. There are only red counters, white counters, and blue counters and green counters in the back. Chris is going to take at random a counter from the back. The table shows the probability that he will take a red counter and the probability that he will take a white counter. So the color of the counter and the probability to take a counter of that color. So when there's red, the probability is 0.3. To take a white counter is 0.1. For the blue, we don't know, and the green, we don't know. So there are twice as many blue counters as there are green counters in the back. So if we call the second one the green counter X, the blue one is twice that, 2 times X. Twice means you double. So if the green one is X and the blue is twice that, is 2 times that. Now it says work out the probability that Chris will take a blue counter. So you want to get a blue counter. All the probabilities add up to 1. You add the red, the white, the blue, and the green, you should get 1 because that gives you 100%. All probabilities add up to 1. And this is how you're going to do that part. So the sum of the probabilities of all the outcomes equals to 1. Memorize that. That's key. So you add the probabilities. You add 0.3 plus 0.1 plus 2x plus x plus 1. All of that equals to 1. So what you do next, you add the x together. The ones which are x, you add them together. So you add 0.3 plus 0.1, it gives you 0.4. And then 2x plus x, it gives you 3x. Now you take 0.4 to the right-hand side, you subtract it, and then you divide, you get x is 0.2. Now to get blue, 2 times that 0.2 gives you 0.4. So the blue is 0.4. For the second part, there are 45 red counters in the back. Work out the total number of counters in the back. So we know for the red, there's 45 of them. So let's go and work out the number of counters altogether. The way to look at this question is to use this formula. Expected number is equals to the number times probability. So we know there's 45 of the red and x times probability is 0.3. So we would have x to be 45 divided by 0.3 gives you 150. Another way to do it is to think about it this way. Think about it as probability of getting a red is the number of red counters divided by the total. But we want to find the total. Let's call that n. We swap these two together, swap them. So the probability of red is 0.3 and the total is there. So the total comes there and the 0.3 comes under. Swap them. 45 divided by 0.3 gives you 150. That's another way to do that. Question number 3, complete the table of values for y equals x squared plus x minus 4. I'll show you how to complete it. You make a table. You put minus 3 is done for you. The answer was 2. When you use minus 2, make sure you put the brackets. Be careful with this. It catches students out a lot. Put them back. A minus 2 squared will give you plus 4. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. Negative times negative is positive. And then it's plus minus 2. Plus and minus will give you minus. So you have 4 minus 2 minus 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. When you put 0, straightforward, you get minus 4. When you put 1, 1 squared plus 1 minus 4 gives you minus 2. So you get the rest of the points, and then you plot it on the graph. On the graph, to get all the points, you have to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to mark all of them to get those full marks. Make sure. And then you join all of them with a smooth curve passing through the points. Part C, write down the coordinates of the turning point. The turning point is at the bottom there, where you can put a line there to divide. If you think of the turning point, look at this line I'm going to put in the middle there. That line there is a line of symmetry, and the turning point is right at the bottom there. So you might not get it clearly on your graph, but when you do it properly, it will be minus 0.5 and then minus 4.25. That's the turning point. So that gives you 1 mark. So if you enjoy or like the way I explain the work, you enjoy my teaching, you can WhatsApp me or call now to book a trial lesson or to book lessons to see the rest of the detailed explanations and to learn more in mathematics, or you can send an email. And feel subscribe to the channel to see more questions and detailed expert explanations like this. Thank you and good luck with your exams.